Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. Alright, this is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch. And this is going to be a real, brief video. And inspiration for this video is drawn from a video I just watched. Well, I watched about half of the video, a good half of the video, from the elder Manata Zakba, GMS South Carolina, 08, I believe the elder's pages, if I'm not mistaken. And he was basically replying to, this guy from, it sounded like he was from the UK. And he was asking the question of why, every time he encounters Hebrew Israelites, they seem to be angry. And one of the first scriptures that came to my mind that the elder mentioned was, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, And the elder also, brought that out, and other scriptures in Ecclesiastes, concerning in much wisdom is much grief. That's another one the elder also pulled that came to my mind also. And also another one that came to mind is Ezekiel chapter 9, right, where the scriptures tells us to go throughout, the midst of the city, throughout the midst of Jerusalem, and say, mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, now when you go into that word mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4, it goes into the word farwa, all right, which means a mark of exemption from judgment. All right, so set a mark of exemption from judgment upon the heads of the men that are sighing and crying in the midst thereof. So an identifying mark of the elect, men that are prophesying on the highways and the byways in truth and in sincerity with the pure doctrine. An identifying mark is sighing and crying. Okay, you are going to be in the spirit of wanting this kingdom to be destroyed. You are going to be in the spirit of wanting to this place and this rulership, to be overthrown, by Yahawashi upon his return. Okay, and yeah, that can translate as being angry. Okay, that can translate as being, annoyed, being worn out. The scriptures say the saints of the Most High are being worn out. All right, we're being worn out in this society. We're being worn out in this kingdom. Okay, we're not thriving under Esau, Edom. This is our captivity, and the scriptures say that the captive exile hasteneth to be loosed. So that's the spirit that you're supposed to be in if you're in your right mind. If you're enlightened, if you're illuminated to this truth, naturally, these things are going to apply to you. You're going to understand the predicament that you're in. You're going to understand that the wicked is ruling over you. You're going to understand that, as pursuing to Job chapter 9 and verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? So there's all kind of information and things that you're now privy to, being in this truth. And these things anger you, because now you start to begin to understand the depths of the wickedness of those that are ruling over us. And that makes you angry. And that should make you angry, again, if you're in your right mind. Okay, because if you ain't in your right mind, then these things ain't going to mean anything to you. Okay, you might have the mindset, oh, well, as long as, I'm all right, as long as I'm eating and I'm good, then, that's all that matters. Well, no, the elect think deeper than that. We're thinking as a nation. We're thinking as the body of Yahawashi. We're thinking about the earth and how the earth is being destroyed. Okay? We're thinking about how the food and the water is polluted. We're thinking about how the air is polluted. We're thinking about how this devil is destroying, the animal kingdom. We're thinking about how our food is poisoned. We're thinking about all of these things, man. Because ultimately, all right, we're joint heirs with Yahawashi, and everything that you see around us concerning this earth belongs to us, beginning with Yahawashi. Okay, so this man is destroying our earth. Okay, and because we are like-minded men in Yahawashi, we actually care about the earth. We actually care about the affairs that's playing out upon the earth, man. It affects us because we understand through faith that it belongs to us. All right, and we created it with Yahawashi in the beginning. Okay, now if you're completely void of the light of Yahawashi, then you're not going to care about these things. Okay, you're not going to care about being oppressed by the devil, because you're used to being oppressed and you don't see no other way out, and you're not even looking for a way out. And that's how the majority of our people are in these days. They're not even looking for a way out, man, because this devil has commercialized being in a lower state, not only for our people but for everyone. Okay, this devil has desensitized people from wickedness. Okay, things that are unacceptable, this devil has made them acceptable. Okay, example, the alphabet movement. All right, that's an abominable movement, and that's condemned by the Holy Scriptures. Leviticus 13 and 20, or 20 and 13. All right, one of them. I always get it mixed up. But hey, that act, all right, that lifestyle is condemned in the Holy Bible. But here it is in Esau's kingdom. That's uplifted. That's protected. That's put at the forefront of things. You are bullied into accepting that way of life and accepting the people that choose that way of life. Okay, that's unacceptable. But again, Esau has desensitized the people to wickedness, man. So much so that the scriptures say in Isaiah 59 and around the 15th verse, the scriptures speak about those that seek righteousness, become a prey, roughly paraphrasing. So that's the kind of society we now live in. Is if you seek righteousness or you seek to do the right thing, you are now the victim. You become the prey. You're the one that's singled out and demonized like you're doing something wrong, because you want to try to the best of your ability to follow the right path. That's the kind of society that we live in. These are things that are worthy to make you angry, but it comes with understanding. If you don't understand the predicament that you're in, okay, then you're not going to be angry. You're going to think that this is life, and this is all that life has to offer. This ain't what life has to offer. Okay, Yahawashi is gonna destroy this kingdom, man. The eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom, and he shall destroy it off of the face of the earth. The Lord is coming back to destroy this place, man, and put an end to all this filth. Okay, so there's a lot to be angry about when we're talking about living in the kingdom of Esau Edom. Living in a kingdom that promotes defilement and abominable, behavior. There's a lot to be angry about, man. And again, that's why we sigh and we cry for the abominations that are being committed in this kingdom, because we want to get out of this place, man. All right, so that's an identifying mark of the elect, is to want to get out of this wicked kingdom. And furthermore, the scriptures say that, the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. All right? Yahawashi is angry with the wicked every single day. So the Lord is angry with this place, and the Lord wants to destroy this place. Okay? Yahawashi is angry. Yahawashi wants to come back and get his revenge. So not only are we angry, our big brother Yahawashi is angry. And he's going to come back as an angry so-called black man, and he's going to destroy this kingdom. But they ain't going to teach you that in the churches, man. But we teach you that on the highways and the byways, and we teach you that through these videos, man. That Yahawashi is coming back, and he's going to be angry. All right? And he's going to bestow that anger, that righteous indignation upon this world. So you think we're angry? Wait until you see Yahawashi, man. All right? And with that, I'll say shalom.